Hello and welcome to Miller Realty Group's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patty Mercer. Today we're going to meet a very unique teenager and find out how together we can help heal a broken heart. But first, I got to ask you a question. Have you been thinking about buying or possibly selling your home? If you have, keep it simple. Just call Carmen Miller. Or you can visit CarolinaHomesearch.com, and while you're there, you can see past episodes of Talk of the Town, Carolinas. Oh, and also, maybe you're looking for that dream home on the North Carolina coast. We got you there too. So make a call, Carmen Miller, keep it simple, and enjoy life in the Carolinas. Now let's meet Brianna. Well, you never know what a day's going to hold. And for this family, February 17th was a game changer. Brianna, tell us about what happened February 17th.
I was at track practice and I felt very winded and I collapsed and I had to be brought back shocked twice.
As in your heart stopped?
Yeah.
Twice?
Heart attack.
At 14? 8th grade. Where do you go to school?
Gold Hill Middle.
Alrighty, so this is not supposed to happen, but thank goodness, medical, emergency, everybody who needed to be there in that moment saved your life.
Yeah.
But Mom, you guys were present very much. This happened towards the end of her track practice. Tell me how you found out.
We both got phone calls and telling us that she was with medical personnel. She was going to be transported over to Pineville and for us to meet them there.
And the school is only like a mile from your house.
Right.
So you couldn't just go get your daughter.
No.
You had to make that drive to Pineville.
The fire chief said, we don't want to prolong this anymore. Just meet us there.
So you knew this was serious. Kevin, what was your initial reaction? I mean, you're 14 years old.
Well, I got that phone call initially, and I was just... I was stunned.
Yeah.
I was stunned because I was trying to figure out, was she okay? What was going on with her? You know, what did we need to do? You know, and when I was talking to the assistant principal, Angie Harms, she was like, well, we think she has had a seizure. She's down. Medical personnel are attending to her. And, you know, we just haven't been able to get a hold of your wife. So I called her instantly and was like, okay, get to Bree.
You're going to the hospital. Describe what it was like. You were probably out of it.
Yeah.
But Mom, what was it like when you got to that hospital, the first one?
It was a lot of waiting.
Waiting's the hardest.
A lot of waiting to even get back there close to where she was. And finally they came in and said, we're going to have to life lift her over to Levine.
How long did it take until you had a diagnosis?
Once we got to Levine, her doctor came in and did an echocardiogram of her heart and immediately saw what the problem was. And he immediately saw the restrictive cardiomyopathy in her heart.
And that's the diagnosis, cardiomyopathy.
Restrictive cardiomyopathy.
How common is that?
It's
not, okay.
extremely rare.
Oh, lucky you. Well, how long was Brianna in the hospital? And I understand that she went home with something she didn't show up with. Right. She got to take a little souvenir home with her.
They kept her sedated for 2 days because she had some fluid in her lungs. And she woke up one night and they were able to take out the breathing tube and she was finally awake, didn't remember a thing. But once they figured out kind of what they needed to do, she came home with a defibrillator in.
Okay, they just put that close to your heart. What does it do for your heart?
It helps my heart pump better.
Okay. Were there symptoms that you recognized, or have you learned like amazing? You probably have enough knowledge now to have a degree behind your name, but did you recognize in hindsight any symptoms that could have been, a little bit of a warning?
Well, and because I ran track and cross country in high school, and I kind of know that Bree wasn't in great shape going into this, into track, but when she was saying she was like wiped out, tired, was having like shortness of breath, that kind of did concern me. But I was kind of thinking it may have been just like a lack of conditioning and not being prepared to do what she was doing.
The defibrillator, that's just kind of a short-term fix.
Yes, it will keep her rhythms regulated. And if she goes into an irregular rhythm, then she'll get a shock and it'll say, you're not pumping correctly. Let's get this back in line.
What is the next step? Can this be fixed?
It is not curable because what happens is her heart can't pump in the blood like a normal heart.
Thus the restriction.
Right.
Yeah.
It can
Okay.
pump out all day long.
Okay.
But it's that one side that is affected. So next step is a heart transplant.
Wait a minute. Okay, I know how I feel right now. That's big.
Yes.
That's like, I don't know. It's hard to even embrace your beautiful daughter and now heart transplant. So tell me, what's the next step? Are you on a list?
We are getting her prepared.
Okay.
So it's a lot of different medical appointments. It's even dental. It's just
Everything.
getting her ready to be put on the list.
Okay.
At the end of next month, all of her doctors will meet together and give the final say-so. And at the beginning of June, she's going to be listed. So hopefully it could be anywhere from 1 to 6 months after that, she'll have her heart.
Okay, so when it comes to a heart transplant, that's very serious surgery. GoFundMe is set up to help offset cost and pay for this. Give us an idea of the cost of a heart transplant and all the other incidentals and how they're going to impact your life.
Well, right now, what we know is a heart transplant is over $1 million, and the bills that she's accumulated so far is over
300,000. Yeah. Like
Wait, since February 17th,
Yeah.
over $300,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've set up the GoFundMe to actually cover her medical expenses. Not just now, but she's going to have a lot of medical expenses going forward in the future for the next few years to come. I'm going to be the primary at home with her, so we're losing an income right there. I could be at home anywhere from 2, 3 to 5 months with her. It just depends on how her healing goes. So it's a lot of things that have to be covered now and through the future.
Plus, I would imagine when you were on this journey that you didn't buy a ticket for, but you're on it, and you definitely are not riding free. I would think that it would be kind of like a hug to see on the GoFundMe page the people
Yes.
that are really stepping up. I mean, even if it's just
Yes.
$20, $5, whatever.
Every
And-
little bit
Yeah.
counts, and it all adds up to taking care of her. So
And your life is priceless. What will life look like after? I mean, sometimes you don't know how bad you're feeling until you feel better. So what are your expectations, Brianna, looking forward?
Just to kind of do this stuff that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
hopefully track in high school next year.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this edition of Talk of the Town Carolinas, brought to you by Carmen Miller Group. If you're thinking about buying or selling your home, just call Carmen or visit CarolinaHomesearch.com. While you're there, you can see beautiful listings and also past episodes of Talk of the Town Carolinas to get a feel for what it's like to live right here. But hey, if you're thinking about the coast, the North Carolina coast, check it out. We've got you covered there as well. And when it comes to fixing a broken heart, how can you help? It's simple. They have a GoFundMe page, Brianna's Heart, for the heart transplant that this 14-year-old who lives right here in our community needs desperately. So check it out, and together we can all make a huge difference. Until next time, I'm Patty Mercer. Bye.